So I do not script my YouTube videos. I think that might be obvious. Anybody who listens to my videos might get that sense that I'm just kind of talking. But at the same time though, there are different videos that I look at. For example, Joe Scott, and it is hard to figure out that he was reading from a script because apparently what he does is he memorizes a little bit of it and then he records that and then stops, memorizes the next bit, and then he records that. So he's never actually actively reading from a script. Uh, and I don't remember what he said. The comments that people said about that. Maybe that he seemed so authentic and real, and like he wasn't reading from a script because he's not. Um, but it was nice, and I did not realize that he had so many cuts uh, in his videos. It kind of just seemed, it never occurred to me that this is the reason why, because there's so many people that you look at. Maybe Phil DeFranco does the same thing. There's a news show guy. Anyway, I tried to write scripts, honestly. Um, and what I realized is that I would never record anything if I was using scripts because I have a lot of different things to do in a day, and I would probably just never get around to making the script as perfect as I want it to be. I would just not have anything because I'm not just saying that like, hey, I never tried it. I did try it, and I found that because the script wasn't perfect, I had to keep postponing when I was going to record a video. Like I can't do it now because the script's not ready. I can't do it now. Can't do it now. Can't do it now. And that obviously was not going to work. So I kind of just had to just go ahead and do it. And aside from Joe Scott, I remember there's this guy I know. He gave me some pretty good advice. He was a decent human being. I just feel the need to make that noise because he sold me a bad car, and he purposefully deceived me. And I have to try to find a way to, if I was Christian, would have to try to find a way to forgive him in order to go into heaven. Luckily, but I still feel like I shouldn't feel uh, like that about him. But yeah, I don't. Anyways, point is that he said we had to do a presentation together before he was an a-hole, and he said, let's not read off anything. Let's just have a general outline, kind of what they do, like they do on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Apparently, that's what they do. And I thought that that was, off of my topic and off of the presentation that we had to do and everything. Wow. I think they have had, I don't know how many seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and they just have an outline for the show, and then they go out there and just ad hoc it, you know? And people enjoy it and they love it. And wow, you know, I've seen the show and it's funny, and I've not seen it in maybe 10 years or something, but I know what, Larry David is like, and I enjoy the idea that it still exists and it's out there and being just as ridiculous. Um, but anyway, that kind of, is it, what do they call it? Free flow consciousness, stream of consciousness, where you just say what comes to mind, and then people end up enjoying it. That is so cool. Anyway, I did a presentation with this guy, and we just had I guess, an outline, and each person in the group, because it was a group presentation at university, each person did their part, and it was cool. It was fun. It's not like, we got the highest grade. I don't recall that. I just recall that it worked out, and it seemed like something to continue doing in the future. And now, years later, when I realized I couldn't do the script, I figured, okay, I'll just freestyle it. And of course, when you freestyle it, you don't get everything perfect the first time. Sometimes you have to actually just give up and write something down, just an outline, because you know what you want to say, but you don't have everything down perfectly. And before you end up doing it like 100 times, at least, write down the main points, I guess. I'm not directing you, I'm directing myself. So sometimes I have to write down the main points and try to get all of them into what I'm going to say in the amount of time that I want to say it in. And a lot of times I can't. I forget something. And sometimes I just say, forget about it. I'll just leave it like that. And other times, if I think it's important enough, I'll just do it again, however many times. But anyway, that is why I don't do scripts for my videos. Um, so if they sound like I don't have a script, it's because I don't. And I keep forgetting to start these off saying, hello, fellow Earthlings. Goodness, one of these days I will remember. Maybe I need to put a reminder to myself about this.